Hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video, and in this video, yes, it's been a while, but we finally have some Monster High news to talk about again. So in this video, we have our first look at the brand new potion minis for Series 2. We also have updates for Series 3. We have new episodes to talk about. We have our first look at a brand new G3 trans pop star character, Phoenix. We have finally the release date officially of the Howliday Skelita doll for this year. We have updates on upcoming Skullector releases, Beetlejuice 2-pack, new Elvira Pride Skullector doll coming next year, and much more. So stay tuned, subscribe, and let's get into it. Okay, first off, yes, let's talk about the brand new Monster High Potions minis. These are from Series 2 now. Yeah, and we also have information on the third series as well. So that's very exciting stuff. So for this series, the new characters include Gulia, Torlai, Catty, and Twyla. And then they also have the returning characters of Draculaura and Claudine. Now, Draculaura, she's in a new pose, I believe like a new fit, she has a new hat on, so she's new, she's a new figure, I think. But Claudine, Claudine's figure does not look new. I think it's probably the same mold, right? Maybe like new colors, but like the posing, the hair, the outfit, I think again, it looks like if not, it's the exact same figure like from the first series. So that's very disappointing. Like, wow, they couldn't even like be bothered to give Claudine anything new to her figurine. Anyways, so these little potion figures, if you were into them before, then you're probably gonna love seeing these new characters added to the collection. I think Catty looks the best out of all of them. And then Torlai, obviously, I love the orange, love her hair. Twyla's really cute. Gulia, I mean, I'm happy they included her at all, since we just talked recently about how Gulia sales, her doll sales are really bad, and that's why Mattel is kind of shelving her. But apparently, they're making a figurine of her, so they're still, she's still on Mattel's radar to some extent. But it sucks to see that, Gulia probably has like the worst look out of all of them, especially for like a new character. Like, she has like these black boots or whatever, and then like pants, and then like her entire outfit is like the one same color. It's just like a cherry red color. So that's very disappointing. I mean, at least they gave her pants, so that's cute. But like, why make it just one color? Like, I feel like Catty, she looks really amazing with like the silver dress. Twyla, I feel like all the others have details, but then Gulia, like the color is just so in your face, and then like it's just like one blob. So kind of disappointing to see that Gulia, once again, they kind of did her dirty. But I'm still happy she's here. And you are even able to actually pick out who you want, apparently, with these codes as well. So if you're interested, then be sure to screenshot the codes here on screen for the specific characters that you would like to get. And yeah, we also know what the future, I guess, third series will look like, with the inclusion of Venus and Claude as new characters again. But then we also have the returning characters for Cleo, Laguna, Frankie, and another Draculaura figure. Yeah, Mattel just can't help themselves. They're like, Draculaura, because they know she will always make more money. But yeah, I don't know. So it is weird. But I guess since we already saw the figures of Catty, I guess like those figures are part of the second series, like unofficially. And these with like Venus and Claude will be the third series, or maybe they will be part of like an entire like second wave, just split up into two different groups of releases. Like, I have no clue, but it is very exciting to see new characters coming into this mini version of the characters, right? I think it's always fun, but it's still like, I think the whole capsule potion gimmick, it's a surprise thing, and if you don't know the codes, obviously you don't know who you're getting, so that really sucks. It just isn't really worth spending your money on something you don't really know who you're getting. And also, like, what do you do with like the potion bottle? Like, it is, like, are the figures really cute enough to warrant that whole ordeal? Or, like, what do you think? Moving on, we have a first look here at Laguna in her, the character model of Laguna wearing her Monsterfest look for, I guess, what would be the upcoming season 2, like, Monsterfest episodes. So she looks very cool. I always feel like, seeing these characters in new outfits is always like a treat. But obviously we still have yet to know when that, episode will actually come out. Making her debut at the Monsterfest the specials, we also have the brand new G3 character called Phoenix here. She's a trans pop star who will perform at the, event. She looks so good here. Honestly, I actually like her pants. I think her wings are so cool. She has a nice face. Yeah, I think she looks really amazing. And I honestly hope that they make a doll of her as well. Like, that would be, like, how amazing would that be, right? I feel like that would be so cool. But let's see. Honestly, I'm just excited to see, like, what the actual Monsterfest, like, storyline will be, because, I feel like I already forgot what, like, the main plot was of season 2, but it is about a shapeshifter, so interesting. Let's see what happens. Moving on, we do have 2 new episodes to talk about, so that's very exciting. Now I'm just going to talk about the highlights basically. So first up here we have a brand new character, a bunny, bunny character, monster. I forget her name, but she didn't have a lot to do in the actual episode. But the main thing with her is that not only is she a new bunny wear bunny character, but she's also I think canonically she's supposed to be a character with Down syndrome in the actual series, and she's also voiced by an actual person with Down syndrome, so that's amazing. We love to see the representation. Yes, please. In another episode, we see how Gulia is dealing with a lot of schoolwork, exams, and she actually gets so stressed out that her anxiety manifests in real life in front of her, and this also seems to be a normal occurrence that happens to monsters when they get really stressed out about something. Their anxiety actually becomes a real life thing that they can see in front of them, and almost like their own little person. Now, who else do we get to know this summer who's a new character also called Anxiety? Yeah, Anxiety from Inside Out 2. It's so insane to me that these 2 characters are basically the exact same thing. They're called the exact same thing, and also they have very similar features: the eyes, the teeth, the dangly limbs. It's very similar. Probably just coincidence, I'm sure. I don't imagine anyone at Monster High seeing Inside Out 2 and being like, let's create a brain version of Anxiety. I don't think that's what happened, obviously, but I feel like some inspiration was obviously taken. So I don't know. I just thought it was a funny coincidence that we actually have a Monster High version of Anxiety essentially here. And then the other thing that happened in the episode is that Deuce, we see him kind of sad, and like it's like basically Valentine's Day, and then we see Deuce like all alone. So we assume that he's alone because he's sad that he doesn't have a date. But it turns out that, in the end, Deuce explains that he's actually happy by himself. He's happy with himself. He likes himself. He likes his friends. So basically saying like he doesn't need a date. He doesn't need to be in love or be in a relationship or like in a romantic, anything. So yeah, interesting, because, I think a lot of us were definitely wondering, like, with Deuce, what was going to happen with him? Like, was he ever going to get a partner or a love interest? Claudine, perhaps? Nope, I guess not, so he's happy with himself, he's happy by himself. He doesn't need anyone. And honestly, I'm happy for Deuce, because I was definitely like getting worried, like, what about Deuce? I always felt like, he got left behind. Like everyone else has a pairing, a relationship, right? Everyone else has like a significant other besides for Deuce. So I was getting worried, but I guess this makes sense, and I'm happy that he doesn't need anyone else. He's happy by himself, so that's great. Moving on to some Skullector updates, we have a brand new Beetlejuice 2-pack is in the works. Now, I already mentioned this in a previous video, I'm pretty sure, but before we thought this 2-pack might release later this year, but it seems that now it will just end up releasing February of 2025, so next year. So that's okay. I'm pretty sure we'll see some leaks before then, so that's okay. But I'm excited to see if this 2-pack is based on the original Beetlejuice movie or if it's based on the new sequel actually releasing this month, so that's going to be very exciting. Next, it seems we're also getting a brand new Skullector Elvira doll, who could also happen to be a Pride themed doll. So a lot of this seems to be up in the air, if it's a Elvira doll, also a Pride Elvira doll, or if it's just a new Pride doll that has nothing to do with Elvira, or if those are 2 separate things. I don't know. I honestly have no clue. It's very vague, but what we do know for sure is that we're getting a new Skullector Elvira doll, who will probably be themed after Pride as well. So I think that will make sense, because the character is also very, I guess, is she LGBT? I'm not sure. But I do know she has many fans in that community, so it makes sense. Whatever this ends up being, it's exciting to see any Monster High release directly tie into the, Pride month. So that's very exciting. And also Elvira doll. amazing. So I can't wait. Now, as for other fall releases coming this year, like the Hocus Pocus Skullector pack or the Cleo Nephrema Majesty's pack officially releasing, pre-productions restock, etc. All of these seem to be happening very soon, but dates are still being determined. So there you go. Moving on, we have some updates on the new Skullector comic book series, which actually seems to be not cancelled after all. And indeed, we even have new images and covers for upcoming new Skullector issues releasing soon. Specifically, this one seems to be Howliday themed, with Frankenstein actually being dressed in her stitched and style look, which is actually not, Holiday inspired or themed, but they had to have a dress for Frankie, and so they chose this one from the doll. And also she's dancing with John, this guy from G1. Remember him? He used to date Operetta or something, and so now he's dating Frankenstein. I mean, I don't judge, date who you want, but come on, Frankie should have a good partner by now, and they just keep pairing her up with just random guys from the school. Give her a solid partner, please. Moving on, it seems that the Nickelodeon Monster High live action movie will no longer continue with the third installment. This is not really confirmed. I mean, I'm not really sure if Monster High, Mattel, Nickelodeon will ever confirm this themselves, but the director of the previous two movies, Todd Holland, kind of made a post about the previous, behind the scenes photos, videos of the previous two movies, basically saying in a caption it was an honor working with this team, etc. Kind of giving the feeling of this was it, we're not making a third one, unfortunately. So it does seem that this is the end for the live action Nickelodeon Monster High movie, which sucks because I definitely would have liked to see how the story would have continued in a third installment. But anyways, lastly here we finally have the official release of Skelita's Howliday doll for this year. Now right now she's up for pre-order on Mattel Creations, so she's not available on Amazon or Target, etc. yet, but basically this means that she will be releasing on all major retailers very soon. But if you want her right now, again, she's up for pre-order right now on Mattel Creations for 50 something bucks. So there you go. I think I already set my piece on her design in a previous video, I believe. So just, basically she's cute. I like her. She's definitely better than the last, Holiday Skelita doll. For sure, I like her more. She's more detailed, colorful. I feel like it's just more extravagant. Her outfit, right? The hat, the heels, the dress. I like it. I like the paper details, right? And the paneling. But I just feel like her sleeves, the arms look very bare. So maybe if she could have had some bracelets or some sleeves, that would have been really cute. But aside for the arms looking very bare and naked, I think the dress is very good. I like her hat, and she's a really cute doll. But that was the video. I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and consider becoming a member today to support the channel if you're able to, and of course, so you don't miss out when I post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the doll tea you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time, stay peachy. Kisses.